5-minute overview video, college cost spreadsheets. In our economically based society, college costs are an important factor when considering a college degree. College cost spreadsheets 1 and 2 will assist in determining college costs and resources to cover those costs in an easy, interactive manner. Spreadsheet 1 covers expenses and resources for any college university for years 1, 2, 3, and 4, and expenses for college years 5 and 6. Spreadsheet 2 covers expenses and resources for any college university for years 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now let's explore college cost spreadsheets 1 and 2. I will briefly describe college cost spreadsheet 1 that illustrates expenses and resource dollars to cover those expenses for any college or university during years 1, 2, 3, and 4. Spreadsheet 2 covers college years 5, 6, 7, and 8 and is almost identical to Spreadsheet 1, so Spreadsheet 2 will not be discussed here. Spreadsheet 1 consists of college expenses for year 1 and year 2, resource dollars to cover expenses for year 1 and year 2, college expenses for year 3 and 4, resource dollars to cover expenses for years 3 and 4. The spreadsheet automatically tabulates the following. Row 47, grand total expenses for 4 years of college, and row 48, grand total resource dollars to cover expenses for 4 years of college. Since only 34% of college students graduate within 4 years, the spreadsheet automatically tabulates the following. Row 52, grand total expenses for 5 years of college, and row 53, grand total expenses for 6 years of college. Data can only be entered into shaded cells. Unshaded cells automatically tabulate data that has been entered into shaded cells. As an example, in row 2, I will enter San Diego Community Colleges, while living at home. Living at home or away from home is a critical aspect when determining expenses. As an example, row 4, expense, tuition and fees while living at home or away from home. I will left click the corresponding year 1 shaded cell and enter $3,000. Left click anywhere to establish the data. Note $3,000 automatically appears in the unshaded cell of row 11. Now in row 5, expense, books, while living at home or away from home, I will left click the shaded cell corresponding to year 1 and enter $1,000. Left click anywhere to establish the data. Note $4,000 automatically tabulates in the unshaded cell of row 11. Row 14, resources, parents' contribution. I will left click the shaded cell corresponding to year 1 and enter $1,800. Left click anywhere to establish the data. Note, $1,800 automatically appears in the unshaded cell of row 20. Row 15, resources, grants, scholarships. I will left click the shaded cell corresponding to year 1 and enter $1,200. Left click to establish the data. Note $3,000 automatically tabulates in the unshaded cell of row 20. Now let's see what a filled in spreadsheet 1 looks like. I have entered expense and resource dollar data for years 1, 2, 3, and 4 into all shaded cells of spreadsheet 1. Note, all unshaded cells have been automatically tabulated accordingly, including row 47, grand total expenses for 4 years of college, $56,900. Row 48, grand total resource dollars to cover expenses for 4 years of college, $56,900. Only 34% of college students graduate within 4 years. Row 52, grand total expenses for 5 years of college, $77,800. Row 53, grand total expenses for 6 years of college, $98,700. You can go back and change the shaded cells anytime as your financial picture changes. You can save and print the finished spreadsheet. For more information, go to www.economicviability.com. Path to economic viability via education, softcover or ebook, chapter titles, About Us, College Cost Spreadsheets 1 and 2 Workbook, Grade Wage Investment Spreadsheet Workbook, Pricing for Consumers and Schools, free videos.